All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kudash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone wow, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom wa abab abal. So hearing about these port shutdowns because of the unions going on strike.
So if you need a part, it may not be there. It may not be there for 5, 6, 7 weeks. It's going to get more expensive because now they're going to have to ship it from the East Coast. They're going to have to, take it to the West Coast, and it's going to take a lot more fuel on those big ships, and it's going to take a lot longer. So if you need something done, get it now. If you can stock up on medicine, do it now. 3 days from now, port strike to close all East Coast and Gulf ports. This on the Hal Turner radio show. Again, this is becoming very, very real. I pray to God that this is avoided, but they're saying right now it is a 95% chance that this strike is going to go through. And remember, for every day that that port shuts down, it's going to take 6 days to catch up. So a week would be 42 days to get caught up getting this merchandise on the shelves.
So as he said, they're saying that they're going to go on strike, which could shut down the East Coast, the southern ports in the Gulf, and I've even heard the West. I heard one of the elders out there in California saying, that they're talking about shutting down the ports out there in the West Coast also. And this made me think of the famine that is prophesied in the Holy Scripture. The Holy Scriptures are prophecy. They're the word of Yahweh, and they tell us of the signs of the return of his son Yahweh Shai. And one of those things is famine. All right? And he's going to use this so-called white man to cause famine. Which it says this in 2 Esdras 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, which he, Yahweh, is doing this through his son Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai controls men. So Yahweh is doing this through Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai is using the so-called white man, the red devil the Bible speaks of, the wicked that rule the world. He says, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, which is that so-called white race, famine, which that's what they cause, death and destruction. And I'm going to give you an example that happened in history. Joseph Stalin, all right, which we know that he was a small hat counterfeit, all right. It says how Joseph Stalin starved millions in the Ukrainian famine. All right, which they eventually found that he was hiding food, and pretty much the people pretty much wanted. I believe they killed him. All right, but his son was slow, so he had no one to pass the crown to. All right, because he ran out of time, and then his kid being disabled. I'll pull it in a minute. I was gonna get how he died, but in this article from the history.com, it says that the people started to stink, right? And it says he recalled that their bodies began to swell and stink from the extreme lack of nutrients. Which the prophecies say that we shall eat our bread defiled amongst the heathen. And that's actually how it is right now. Even though we have food, even though you have cheap food, you could go to McDonald's and order off the dollar menu. You could go to Taco Bell and get a couple burritos for like $5. You you could go to all these restaurants and go to the store and buy food for pretty cheap. All right, obesity in America is high because of the lack of nutrients. All right, most people are malnourished, and this is why they're obese. This is why they stink. This is why there's anxiety. This is why there's depression. This is why a lot of problems are in society, is because the leadership, the wicked that rule the world, the so-called Caucasians, all right, they're starving the people not only from the food or the nutrients in the food, all right, but Stalin, he hid the food. And that's what made me think about it, because they're saying that they're going to, pretty much freeze the ports. Shit, even a lot of your food comes from the ports, But this was Slovakia. This was the double whammy, just showing you that, we're eating our food defiled amongst the heathen, lacking nutrients. And that's why America is obese, all right, because the people swell and stink from the poor food that we have here in America. But also, you see how the Edomite, the one that ruled the world, they like to starve the people, as it was prophesied in the Holy Scriptures that the Lord would use the so-called white man to cause famine. All right, which it's about to happen in America. Great famine is going to be in America to the point where they eat their own children. That's what's prophesied. But with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Salakia, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha, Rakak, Dash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone wild, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abba.